נמצאים לא רחוק מקו הגבול, יש כאן מערכת מנהרות מאוד מפותחת, שירותים, מקלחות, מטבחים, מחסני אמל"ח רבים מאוד, ואנחנו רואים כאן חדר שהייה שיכול להכיל פלוגה, אפשר לשהות כאן, אפשר לחיות כאן, להצטייד כאן, ומפה לצאת מזרחה לפשיטה לכיוון מדינת ישראל. אנחנו אומרים שנים שחיזבאללה מכין את מרחב הגבול למלחמה. למדינות בעולם שהטילו בזה ספק, לאום, לכוח יוניפיל שהיה כאן למעלה, העדויות האלה מאוד חשובות כדי להבין למה אנחנו עושים את מה שמתחת הקרקע ואת מה שמעל הקרקע, ולמה צריך לשמור שהדברים האלה לא יחזרו לכאן. תפסנו את זה בזמן לפני שהיה מאוחר מדי, ואסור שהתשתיות האלה יחזרו כאן לדרום. ראיתי את הנקודה של הכניסה, את כמות התרמילים של הקלט של הרצפה, את הלחימה שהייתה שם, את הפעלת המטענים, כמות הרימונים, כמות הקלימגורים שנמצאים פה, והיו ערוכים כאן ללחימה קשה. בסופו של דבר בעבודה נכונה, פירקתם את זה מאוד מאוד נכון, האויב שהיה כאן נהרג, והמשימה עכשיו זה באמת להשמיד את זה בצורה מלאה. פה לא יכול להישאר משהו שחוזרים ופועלים ממנו, לנו אחרי זה תהיה משימה לשנים רבות, לדאוג גם שלא בונים חדש. זה לא פחות חשוב, אבל זה נראה לי אתגר מבצעי מאוד מאוד מורכב, שעמדתם בו בצורה שראויה להערכה רבה מאוד, ואני אומר לכם, בעוד הרבה שנים, אתם תסתובבו פה, תיסעו עם הנכדים שלכם בעמק החולה, אתם תדעו, אתם שחררתם את רכס רמים. משמעותי.
It is destroyed on location, and this is done inside the Hezbollah bunkers and tunnels, often using the explosives that the IDF finds there in order to destroy the tunnels.
Beirut is Lebanon's capital, but Dahya is Hezbollah's. The heart of Hezbollah's terrorism resides in this suburb in the south of Beirut. Hezbollah's main HQ and intelligence center are even located underneath civilian homes in this town. Simply put, the Hezbollah terrorist army makes strategic decisions to kill Israelis and store their weapons in a civilian area, where they even control who and what goes in and out. Hezbollah stores its weapons and runs its terrorist army from this suburb, so we have no choice but to operate there. The IDF has been and continues to send out advanced warnings to residents of specific buildings where Hezbollah has stored its weapons, asking them to evacuate and move out of harm's way. These warnings are in Arabic and tell those who are being exploited by Hezbollah to evacuate via multiple channels, such as SMS and radio broadcasts. Since we began our precise airstrikes in this suburb, we have eliminated multiple threats to our civilians, such as multiple Hezbollah leaders, a large stockpile of advanced surface-to-sea missiles, and multiple weapon production facilities. Let's state this clearly. We are precisely operating to remove the threat of Hezbollah in Dahya so that our civilians can sleep without the threat of rockets over their heads.
So, where does Hezbollah's money come from? The money comes from two main sources. Either it's stolen from Lebanese civilians or smuggled from Iran into Lebanon. Let's break down how it works. From Iran, the money is funneled in three main ways. Through the Quds Force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Iran transfers oil and money to Syria through the sea and land. The oil is then sold to Syrian companies such as the BS company owned by the Qatarji family. The head of the company was Bara Qatarji, who led oil imports over the past decade until he was killed in June 2024. This involves tens of millions of dollars that were transferred via Hezbollah's smuggling unit to Lebanon and into Hezbollah's pockets. Iran also flies in cash directly to Lebanon, which comes from the independent oil sales of the Quds Force. The cash is flown in under diplomatic cover to its Iranian embassy in Beirut, from where the money is handed over directly to Hezbollah. With Iran's backing, Hezbollah engages in other economic ventures, such as importing gas to Syria and establishing factories in Syria, Lebanon, Yemen, and Turkey. These ventures generate revenue that goes straight into Hezbollah's pockets. Who manages this revenue stream? Meet Muhammad Jafar Qasir, the commander of the transfer unit and Hezbollah's chief financial officer, wanted worldwide. He managed Hezbollah's primary source of income for years, until he was eliminated in a targeted strike in Beirut in early October. And the money that doesn't come from Iran, it's taken straight from the pockets of Lebanese civilians. Hezbollah exploits the healthcare, education, and welfare systems, and especially its association, Al-Qard al-Hassan Association, to profit at the expense of the Lebanese civilians. Hezbollah is taking advantage of Lebanon's severe economic crisis to bind its citizens to a separate economic system under its control. Through the Al-Qard al-Hassan Association, Hezbollah takes money from citizens who need it to survive. In another reality, this money could have been used to rebuild the country, not to produce missiles. These two funding sources, Iran and Lebanese civilians, form Hezbollah's financial reserve, stored in Al-Qard al-Hassan Association branches and in warehouses scattered throughout civilian areas. This is the money Hezbollah uses to indiscriminately fire rockets at Israeli civilians.